Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a flip through in my Hobonichi Weeks. This is the notes section and I've basically created a section in this area for the month of November. Now this is kind of like the collections part of a bullet journal, and then all of the daily tasks, to-dos, appointments and that sort of thing will go in the weekly part of the planner. So just a quick flip back to what I did for October. I will leave a link in the cards and down below if you're interested in seeing that video, but let's go ahead and get into November. So for the month of November, I decided that the theme was going to be Thanksgiving related because in the United States, Thanksgiving is at the end of November. So I wrote down at the bottom, give thanks, and then I just used a Google image search and drew this turkey based on what I saw. So I did a very quick sketch in a regular mechanical pencil. It's a Papermate 0.7 millimeter lead size. And then after I did the sketch in the mechanical pencil, I then went back and used the Pigma Micron in the 01 tip size, the extra fine tip, to outline the actual turkey. Then I was going to go in and try and use Tombow markers just like I did in October, but you'll notice that all the colors that I pulled, while they are beautiful fall colors, none of them are actually dark enough for the turkey. They would be better for like a cooked turkey rather than a real one. So I went ahead and used the Prismacolor Premier colored pencils that I owned, and I pulled out 4 colors specifically. I used sepia, which is that darker brown color, and then sandbar brown, which provides a little bit more warmth and yellow to the feathers. I basically went through with the sepia tone and roughly filled in the body of the bird, and then went back with the sandbar brown color to add a little bit more warmth. I then used the henna red color to fill in the color of the wattle, and then the yellow ochre color to fill in the beak and the feet on the bottom. And I know the feet look a little bit goofy and unrealistic, but I kind of got lazy with it. I really like how the red and the yellow kind of pull in some of the color from the Simply Gilded washi. I think that just looks really, really nice and kind of adds a little tiny pop of color for that bird. I'm also really liking the texture on this bird, although I would have preferred the marker when matched up with the Simply Gilded washi. I am liking how the texture of the colored pencils kind of creates almost a feathery look to it, even though there's no actual defined feathers. So overall, I'm happy with the result. I might outline the turkey one more time just to kind of darken up the shape and provide a little bit more definition between the feathers. So now for the word November and the words give thanks, I went ahead and used the Faber-Castell PITT Artist Pen in the F tip just because it's a little bit thicker. So the washi is Simply Gilded washi, which I've mentioned before, and this is actually from the fall pre-sale that was back in July. This is the Autumn Harvest color, and it's basically a watercolor ombre going from a cranberry red color to an pumpkiny orange and mustard yellow. And then at the very, very bottom on my rolls, you can barely see it, but there's supposed to be a little bit of an olive green color fading into it. So funny enough, when I hauled this washi, which I will leave a link to that haul above if you're interested in hauls, I wasn't sure if I liked this color or not, but now that I've actually rolled out the washi and used it, I am liking it a little bit better because even within rolls of washi, there is variation, and I really like the variations with more of the cranberry colors. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're interested in getting Simply Gilded washi, is that the ombre colored washis are going to have a lot of variation in it, and it may not look like the image that they give you. And because I think I forgot to mention it earlier, I'll mention it now. The bows are a rose gold foil on both the 15 millimeter, the larger one, and the smaller 10 millimeter. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you the next page. These next 2 pages are all of my challenges for the month of November. I have 4 challenges that I'm going to attempt to work on this month. So the left page is all related to llama letters on Instagram, and I will leave links to all of these individuals down below in case you're interested in following them. But the first one is all about lettering, so hand lettering, brush lettering, calligraphy, just practicing writing nicely. The next one on the bottom left is Rando Doodles, so again practicing doodles, and the themes for everything on the left side is all planner, popular planner related things, which I thought was fun. On the right side, you have the Hobonichi Challenge for this month of November, which is Starry Skies, and that's hosted by Penguins Creative, My Life Mitts, Palest Blue, Tchotchke Bell, and Oh Hi Joy, all on Instagram. On the bottom right corner, I have the Boho Berry Challenge for November, and the theme is gratitude to go along with Thanksgiving. And this is hosted by Boho Berry on Instagram. So I really like how this is all handwritten out. I know I could have just taken images from Instagram and like photocopied them and pasted them into the book, but I really like how everything looks cohesive in my own handwriting and with the washi. In general, the goal of this is to try and challenge myself with lettering, artwork, and to inspire me to journal more if I'm struggling on certain days. So I know I won't get to everything, but the hope is I get to something. On the next page, I have social media, so just kind of keeping track of Instagram and YouTube, what videos I have uploaded, what posts I'm making on Instagram, and then also the number of people who are following and subscribing to me. For November reads, I do have a TBR list, but that's pretty much it. I have done some tracking in the past to try and track how many pages or how many minutes I've read per day. That basically fails after a week into the tracking, so I've decided for November just to leave everything blank, and then I might write in like when I finished a book and what I thought of the book on that page. The last 2 pages are my travel itinerary and packing list, so you can see they're not completely filled out yet, and I will be doing that in the next week or so, but I wanted to include flight information, hotel information, and then because I'm going to be going to Disney, I wanted to put in some park planning to really maximize my time at Disney, and then obviously a packing list so that I don't forget things when I am leaving to go travel or on my way back from the travel itself. So that's pretty much it for this monthly layout for November. If you're interested in seeing the plan with me for the week of November 5th through the 11th, stay tuned because that's going to be in the next part of this video. If you're not planning to stick around, then I want to say thank you for watching up until this point, and I will see you in my next videos. All right, and now we're back. So now we're looking at the week of November 5th through the 11th, and you'll notice I do already have some stuff laid down. So I had originally started filming this from the very beginning with everything completely blank, and then about halfway through at this point I realized that my camera had stopped recording. So I'm just gonna go back and give you a quick rundown and then fill you in from there. So we're just looking here at the previous week. I did add the Simply Gilded Ghost Washi down at the very bottom because I thought that the colors matched and it fit in with the color scheme really well. Overall, I'm very happy with how filled in and like well used that weekly spread looks. For this week, I am using Simply Gilded Washi at the very top. I'm just using this 10mm bow washi. It's a mustard color. I think the name of it is actually mustard, and it has a rose gold foil on it. This is from the fall pre-sale that was done back in July, so it's no longer available in the store, but you can purchase it on Simply Gilded Buy Sell Trade groups or like planner accessory groups on Facebook, and you can find it on eBay and stuff. Just really be careful when you are purchasing washi not from Simply Gilded. I mean, I know that there's a lot of honest people out there, but there's also a lot of people looking to make a profit or even scam people. I've seen that, you know, complaint come up a little bit in the Facebook groups. This particular washi set, a 15 and 10mm washi, goes for $8 retail if you're purchasing it off the website, plus shipping costs. But if you look on the buy sell trade groups, you can sometimes find it being sold at cost, but sometimes you'll find people selling it for a little bit more. And I understand that there is like shipping costs and things to consider, but sometimes the prices do get marked up. The quality of the washi, I really like that, especially with the bow washi, there's this kind of smooth coating on it, which makes the peel, when you peel it from the roll, it just feels really, really smooth. However, that being said, because it's such a smooth washi, the stickers, especially this sticker up here, it doesn't stick as well to the washi itself. So I really had to make sure that for those stickers, I was actually putting it on the Tomoe River paper so that part of it would stick. The pen that I'm using for this, and the pen that I actually also used to do a lot of the writing in the November monthly spread, is this hexagonal, completely said that wrong, hexagonal pen from Muji. It's in a 0.38 gel tip, and it's a little bit of a darker ink, which I do like, but it's also a juicy ink, so there is a little bit of smearing that I had issues with, and just wanted you to be aware of. If you're a lefty or you do tend to kind of wipe your hand across your page on accident, then that will happen with this pen. So I did originally talk through this video, and then I decided to go back and do a voiceover for it, and one of the reasons for that is at this point in time I actually kind of went on a little bit of a rant on these stickers. So you'll notice here I'm showing you the Erin Condren monthly layout for the month of October, and it's this really cute like Gryffindor themed layout. And that's the stickers that I'm using. I'm using the leftover stickers from that monthly kit. However, the shop that I purchased from, which I'd prefer not to name now that I've kind of thought about it a little bit, I don't want to promote a shop that I haven't been completely pleased with. I've just really struggled with the actual way that the stickers are cut. I love the design. I love the colors and the how rich the colors are even on this regular matte paper, but I am struggling so much with how these stickers are cut. As you can see, especially on those circle icons, the stickers are cut way too deep. There were a couple of stickers that completely were cut out and lost, gone to I don't know where, and then other ones where they were partially cut to the point where you couldn't separate the sticker from the sticker backing, because the sticker backing got cut, was sliced into, and it just stuck to the sticker. So you really had to kind of work at peeling away the backing. And that's just super frustrating. If planning is supposed to be quick and laying down stickers is supposed to be relaxing, at least it is for me, and I know for many people, then having to kind of fuss with your stickers is just annoying and frustrating. So like I said, I love the color combinations. I really wanted to love this shop, and I did purchase several items from this shop, but I just was not happy with the way that these were cut, and then I had some other issues with foiling, so I'd prefer not to recommend this store. Now, for this section, I did have some leftover long sticker strips, which I ended up using down at the bottom kind of in place of washi, so especially that red plaid and then that blue pattern color, and then I use another long strip of the patterned washi to divide the top section from the bottom section. The top section is still going to be my to-do list, but I've come to terms with the fact that I don't have that many to-dos throughout the week, so that's why it's a lot smaller than the previous week. I also am going to put to clean as kind of a subcategory of to-dos. I originally put it down in the bottom section and then realized that it really kind of fit a little bit better in the top section. So I went ahead and moved that header. One of the things I'm talking about here is the fact that if you lay down a sticker and you let it kind of sit and settle, then when you try to peel it up, it will rip the paper because the paper is so delicate. But if you put it down and then immediately take it back up, kind of like what I did with that to clean sticker, and you're very careful with it, then you can usually get the sticker up with minimal tearing. That to buy sticker I will try to lift up later because it was placed a little bit too low, and you'll see me struggle and end up tearing that sticker and the paper in an effort to peel it up. So just kind of be aware when you're using this paper and laying stickers down that you have to be super quick in peeling them back up, or just be very confident in where you're placing your stickers. I don't know if undo works on this paper. I'm assuming it does. I just haven't tried it. Alright, so I decided to add that notes header to kind of indicate that this was going to be the notes or journaling section. That's when I realized I didn't like the way that this to buy looked next to the notes header. I tried to peel it up and this disaster ensues. So the next thing you'll see me do is I go into that sticker album, reusable sticker album, and look for another 2x header. I don't have one that fits, so I end up using one of those labels to the right of my hand, one of those yellow labels that I'm going to struggle with peeling up because the sticker backing is stuck to the sticker. And then once I actually get that sticker peeled up, that'll go down and be my shopping or to buy section. By this time, I'm super frustrated and ready to just trash all of these leftover stickers that I have because it is not worth it. So I figured before I do that, to go ahead and put down as many circle icons as I can to use up these stickers. I actually didn't have a problem with this section of the stickers with these circle icons, but I was just tired of using this product by this point. So for the to-do, I used a coffee cup. For the to clean, I used a spray bottle. For the shopping section, which I will handwrite in a little bit, I use a shopping cart, and then books for the notes section. I have the important banner on the far left of the left page, which is pulled from that section of stickers, and then I have a camera for social media, and then a scale for the exercise and kind of training section, because that's the closest I had to kind of like exercise or working out. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in my schedule now. So on the left side is all of my like work schedule and then important events. So on Monday, today, I just worked for 1 hour, and then starting tomorrow and going for the rest of the week, I'm working 6 hours from 9 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. There's an hour for lunch in there as well. But an hour for lunch and then an hour where I'm just kind of hanging out and prepping. But I wanted to make sure I wrote all of that information in because it is a little bit different from my normal schedule. I'm also writing in on Friday that it is the end of term because it is the end of term at our school, and that's kind of important. We have a little party, but also there is paperwork that is due, so I want to make sure I remember that. On Saturday, I wrote in that there's a conference that I'm going to be attending. I'm actually going to be presenting at that conference, so I need to make sure that I prepare for that earlier in the week. But I want to make sure I wrote that down. Sunday, I don't really have anything planned. Now I'm going into the social media, so as you can see today, I did a whole lot of filming, and I'm trying to do some editing as well. Honestly, this video is not going to be able to go up until Tuesday. That's when you'll probably be watching this, but I'm hoping to get a whole bunch of stuff edited tonight on Monday. I am also planning on Friday to have a Hobonichi Weeks unboxing uploaded because I have filmed that. I just need to do some editing, and then I'm thinking on Saturday there might be another upload because I did do a reading wrap up for the month of October that I wanted to include. So I have quite a few videos planned for this week that I have filmed and just need to edit and eventually upload. For exercise this week, I was supposed to do a long run today on Monday, but by the time I had filmed this, it was like 11 o'clock in the morning, and for me to do a long run, I need like 2 to 2.5 hours of time plus an hour to get ready afterwards, and I don't want to run at night, and now with the time change, there's no way I can get a 2 to 2.5 hour run in outside before the sun sets. So I'm just going to have to kind of adjust my workout schedule this week. I'm thinking I either might do the long run on Sunday or try to break it up on the treadmill, but I'm not really sure. I did try to use those little squares as part of my checklist, but they're way too big for this grid, and I like the small grid. So I'm actually using this Hobonichi stencil, which I recently purchased, and that'll be in my haul that'll hopefully show up at the end of this week. And you'll notice the squares are super tiny, but very regular. Does that make sense? Like they don't look handmade. They look like they're a stencil. And I really like that kind of evenness in the squares. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for following along and sticking around to the end of this video. If you have any comments, leave them down below and I will comment back. And If you're interested in watching more Hobonichi videos and haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to me. Like I said, I will be posting more Hobonichi related videos in the next coming weeks. So thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!